Hello everyone, this is Gregor, welcome to the stream. I need to work on my intros a bit. And tonight we'll be playing Anachronox again, assuming it launches properly. Because it's like a constant, I don't know, source of stress, I guess, that this game won't really work as intended. So what's our latest save? It's 222. I think it's this one. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of like a constant source of stress that because this game is kind of old, it won't really take every time I launch it. Because aside from it being old, it's also been heavily modified to run in heavily. It's kind of been modified to run on widescreen. Thanks to the wonderful people at WSGF, I think, Widescreen Gaming Forums, who put out a modified executable of the game, which allows it to run in widescreen resolutions. Which, oddly enough, is a feature that the Quake 2 engine had. I need to raise the gamma correction a bit. There you go. It's a feature that the Quake 2 engine does have, but maybe it wasn't configured properly for this game or something, or no one really expected to have to work in those resolutions. So I kind of looked into it a bit. Also, this is totally the wrong way because we already got the... we did the quest with the tree, didn't we? I think we did. It kind of forces it to render more of the view area. So it's not really stretching anything out, or we were just seeing a bit extra on the sides. Which is probably the best way to go around doing it, to be honest. It's one of the bigger hassles that I have with retro games usually, is that because they're not really made to be displayed in the resolutions we are using since 2007 or something, which are widescreen resolutions. You either need to run it in a window, which is visually distracting, or you need to launch it and force it to stretch in most cases, which is also a bit weird. I also think that there's a couple of games because the graphics engine is so weird that they actually can't do either of those things, and they prefer to do borders on the sides of the screen. Final Fantasy IX, which we've streamed extensively last year, does that. I mean, whatever works, to be honest, but the thing where you actually force the game to render more of the player's viewpoint, if that makes any sense. That's probably the preferable way for me, to be honest. So, small recap from yesterday. We are looking for Eddie the Chew, and we are carrying a dirty sock which we need to give to him in order to get info. And that's not even the weirdest thing we're gonna be doing by the end of this stream. It's I kind of wonder how it would be to describe this game to someone that's never been into gaming, because said the thing with the stinky sock, that might be, you can sort of wrap your mind around it if you've played other games, especially adventure games, who have weird puzzles. Don't I think? Yeah, we can do this one as well. But the thing is that trying to explain this to a non-gamer must be like extremely stupid. Like the next closest thing you can use as an example is like movies, and I can't think like off the top of my head like a movie that's nearly as weird in its story beats as Anachronox is. Also, I don't remember. Do we have like an item we could pick up here, or is it just like for the extra XP? I think it's for the extra XP. But yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of fun to consider how much stuff we take for granted in gaming. Like, hey, he's like a guy that's sort of like a human computer analog, and we need to feed him a dirty sock in order to get the information out. It's like it's like could you run that by me again? Like, how did that design meeting go? It's like the writer was like, yeah, you know, how about we make it so that you have to feed a dirty sock to someone? Wait, what? Why do I not have line of sight? Oh. Because I was kind of waiting for the corpse to despawn. Nice. I did not remember that. Yay. Like gaining XP left and right. And after yesterday's stream, I kind of like yeah, we can't reach that. After yesterday's stream, I kind of like had a look around to see if I could find my old FAQ that I was like mentioning all the time yesterday. I found like an early version of it, to be honest, so that was okay. It turns out that I did in fact sit around the junkyard and grinded a whole lot to get like 3 or 4 levels, so that's maybe why the difficulty is now a bit weirder, since they're like a bit higher than I remembered it. Because hey, apparently young Gregor also had a very developed concept of grinding for levels. Maybe that's where my hate for it kind of started. It's like it's tedious. I mean, let's face it, especially in JRPGs, unless your combat system is robust enough that it can carry the game in a varied enough way so you don't get bored, grinding is always gonna feel annoying to the player. Like, I'm almost certain about this. Like, people might like it, but if you ever talk to like anyone who says that they like grinding, what they'll immediately mention is that, yeah, I like it because it lets me do other things in the background or something like that. Like, it's like nearly everyone has a distraction playing on while they are grinding. No one ever sat down and said, yeah, I'm gonna like grind monsters for 5 hours straight in Final Fantasy VIII. And I'm just gonna be like focusing on the game in all that time. Come on. Hey, only one may enter. So yeah, hold on. It's like I think we were leaving that guy behind. And if you think that's suspicious, you have better plot twist detection than I do. I think I'm gonna like circulate my save slots like from top to bottom. Easier to like keep track of them. Eddie knows, man. He knows. Hey, what's this? Hey, I never found this the first time I played the game. Wow, I'm like still discovering things. And I'm supposed to have written a guide on this game. Wow. Sucks to be me. There we go. So, another cutscene. Note the lovingly rendered particle effects off of the stinky sock. But yeah, the point about grinds is that invariably whoever I've talked to about it always has something else going on at the time they are grinding. And I can get that, it's the same principle that clicker games kind of use, I guess.
Like a meal.
Outstanding. Most excellent.
This putrid,
You're supposed to have play them in tandem with doing something else, like listening to podcasts or watching YouTube or Netflix or working on something in the background, because it's something that doesn't need like 100% concentration most of the time. And this is to say, we're talking about grinding specifically, like especially in JRPGs where you find enemies that you can kill easily.
Behind the yellow line. You can't just.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of grinding.
You have to wait outside.
Nope.
No, let him ask.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Let him ask.
I'm trying to sneak into the MysTech Tunnels, but someone's bolted a mephidine doorboard to the entrance. Happen to know an easy way around it?
You must give Eddie the sock before he will answer.
What? Forget it then.
Eddie's mind is overpopulated with information.
I like this explanation, actually. It's kind of like they make him out to be like some sort of computer in human form or something like that.
It's the only way he can concentrate.
Sounds like a scam to me. Thanks anyway.
Fatima.
What did you say?
Fatima. Who's Fatima?
How do you know about
Fatima. Much pain.
For all you at home, Fatima is like the lady in the cursor we're using. Also, this always grosses me out.
Secret about brother. Very secret. Incriminating.
You found dirt on his brother, huh?
Nope.
So you suggest blackmailing my way into the caves?
Blackmail, unnecessary, secret, unnecessary. Knowledge of brother is enough.
Well, I guess, if you say so.
Trust in Eddie will not misguide you.
Okay, people, okay. Can we wrap this up, please? Eddie's got a lot of subjects left to see today, and we're way behind schedule.
Hey, quit pushing, Punky. I'm history.
Punky.
Thanks for the help, Eddie. Don't go changing.
No respect for pageantry. Next!
So yeah, the dialogue has like a certain something that I like in this game. I think it's... I'm not very good at analyzing this kind of thing because, like, for one, I'm not a native English speaker, so a lot of the colloquialisms and idioms and stuff like that kind of... I've never been raised into, so I wouldn't know. At least not as well as a native speaker, but still. I think it's kind of a combination of how they deliver their lines and like the voice actors being really, really good at it. So, oh, there we go. And I think they kind of like went for... I want to say it's kind of a Python-esque way of writing. It's bordering a bit of the absurd, but just believable enough so you can like still think you're in a regular old sci-fi game. I think when they wrote this game, they probably had like the initial I want to say direction they went was like make everyone just a slight bit insane in their own way. So we are now going to do the first proper dungeon of the game, which is the MysTech Tunnels. Yes, much nice, very good. Let me just make sure that we did the quest with the tree. Your recipe, yeah, okay, fine. So MysTech Tunnels were in the tenements area. Again, if memory serves. I think we already bought whatever we were gonna buy for our like upgrades and stuff. We got the Vistin 3 beam, which I never knew you could actually get one for free. I always went back to, what's the guy, Zordos, I think, was a gun shop. I always went back there and bought one. So just like finding one for free, like thrown in the trash was, wow. That saves a whole lot of money, which can better be spent on healing items. And speaking of which, how many do we have? 21 and 6 should be okay. I think we can anyway backtrack and or not. Actually, I think we can't backtrack, right? Because you have to kind of like jump off of this place. Hi. So you have knowledge of my brother. Oh. I'm genetically predisposed to guard this door. That's why he's called the Door Lord. Under this bridge there is a stream. It leads to the subterranean opening into the tunnels. Now take this knowledge and never speak of my brother again. I hope you enjoy a long and painful death. That's like the weirdest wish you could give someone. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed when we jumped off the bridge. In case you didn't see it, like there's like the character creators, I guess. I don't know. The model artist went to all of the trouble to put a piece of gum stuck on Boots' right shoe. There's like a few more moments where we can see this. Also, jeez, do I need to raise the brightness a bit more? Because I can literally see nothing in here. Really? Oh, what? Oh. Why? Why is it so dark? But like raising brightness here also raises gamma on the PC, so I don't know how that affects the rest of the stream. Okay, now I can sort of see where I'm going, but there's still no. Oh, never mind. Found it. It's like poorly lit, very poorly lit. Ah. It's like everything's gonna be brighter. Jeez. So that's the door that leads to the Door Lord. I think we can fight him, but just in case I'm not prepared yet, let me just make a quick save. I think at some point you are able to defeat him, if not easily, at least reasonably. Or maybe it wasn't here. But I'm pretty sure you fight this guy at some point later in the game. Hey, Tonksies! Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Just give you a quick shout out. Haha. Also, yeah, we kind of lose the game window when we're alt tabbing, so that's kind of a thing that happens. How's it going? Tonksies is an awesome streamer. You should go check her out. She's been doing a lot of, I want to say, Skyrim lately. Haven't been around the stream much lately. It's like all the work and stuff. It's like, like, as you can see, I can't even like keep my eyes open all the way. It's like, oh my god. Oh. Sleep. Sleep nice. Sleep good. Sleep great. Great tired. Something like that. Oh, why are we stuck? So it's like the first proper dungeon in the game. There's even some puzzles and stuff. Hey, Sky! Welcome to the stream as well. How's it going? Hold on. This one, right? Sleep is very good. What's with the dwarf Gandalf? Well, yeah, that's... He's supposed to be a professor of something or other. And if you thought that was funny, you should see his attack animation. In which he literally launches himself into the air and pirouettes down on the enemy. Hey, G-Scorpion! Welcome as well. Also, how's it going? So the unfortunate thing here is we don't have access to MysTech yet, which is the spells in the game. So we just like beat the crap out of them with either the staff or the pistol. Oh well, it's kind of sad that even with the upgrade, I can speak. Even with the upgraded gun, we don't really like do enough damage to one-shot these guys yet. Oh, never mind, we got a level. Really? Why is there like 1,500 XP difference between the two? Really? Huh. That's... question mark. I don't know why that happened. I mean, they're supposed to be nearly the same in level, right? Just let you... Oh, going back to the Unilab tomorrow. That sucks. Does that mean you're gonna start having to like wake up at like 7 or 8 a.m. or something like that? It's like a thing. Oh, in this case it's good. Okay, never mind then. I used to hate going to like early classes, to be honest. It was like, oh my god. Again, just let me sleep. Kind of feels like a lot of my life has been like an endless stream of people forcing me to stay alive. Awake, not alive. We're kind of like looking the thing dying. Sorry. Alive? Yeah. Actually, a lot of people have helped me with the other. That doesn't even make sense. Never mind. I'm not in any shape to make any clever jokes today. You have been warned. So this is an item. Aha! Has to do with your dissertation. Nice. So is the time finally coming where you're like done with uni? Like in the next 6 months or so? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there was like these kinds of fights too. See, if we had access to MysTech, we could probably we could like have one that hits all of them at once. But unfortunately now we have to soak up a lot of damage while we kill them off one by one. Congratulations! Until September, that's early-ish. We've actually had my sister-in-law finish her master's degree in architecture like 6 months ago, I want to say. Yeah. Personally, I think it was good while it lasted, because now she's all like needs to find a lot of work fast, and it's all mostly like freelancing and stuff. So a lot of ish. Yeah, exactly. I know. I don't know, Tonksy. Sometimes I kind of feel like school might have been the better, like, alternative to IRL stuff. Because I remember being a lot less stressed out when I was in school. Like, not a lot, but some amount. of stress less than currently, which had mainly to do with not worrying about how like making rent and stuff, as much at least. Because like yeah, making rent was still like a thing when I was in uni. Although I will say that I could live off of a lot less than I can now, but then again it's also gotten a bit more expensive since then, so that's to be expected. So that thing over there we cannot collect yet because we need another character's special ability. Oh god, I just remembered when I first played this game, I used to like keep notes, and by the time I was at the point where I could go back and collect everything that I've skipped because I didn't have the correct characters, it was like 10 or 12 pages long. It was like, the game is full of things you can go back to, and you should, because you also get extra stuff that are very important. Hey, found a tago. How many do we have? It's like 5 already? Yep. So this is like the other major collectible quest that we're going to be doing eventually. I think we need to speak to a guy after we're done with the MysTech Tunnels to be able to do that. Although, did we actually already speak with him? I know there's like 8 of those and they're all spread out all across the game. So, let's see. Oh. Oh no, it's a giant rat. Nope, sorry, mean mole. Not a giant rat. Oh, that sucks. Like, I've had some of that as well. I was like, all the way up until high school, it was like, I was like the large nerdy kid with no friends that spoke in a weird accent. So yeah, as you can imagine, like, people didn't like me much either. I was like, why won't you just be my friends? What is this game? This is Anachronox. It's a somewhat old RPG by the people that made the first Deus Ex and also Daikatana, but we don't talk about that. It's kind of like an oddball RPG. Like, I think it plays a lot off of its writing more than anything else. It has like some pretty decent humor in it. It's supposed to be kind of like a sci-fi, I don't know, I guess detective story, but it's also kind of like a comedy, and it's also a bit, in some places it kind of shifts tone into more of a fantasy setting-ish. It's a weird game. It's like very, very weird to properly describe to someone who hasn't played it before. But yeah, it's basically something like Final Fantasy as far as the combat goes, and maybe like a sci-fi Monty Python game as far as the story goes. Also, I do not remember where I need to... Oh, hold on. I do. Yeah, we got it. Like, this is the thing with old games of that time. The geometry was a bit weird because they couldn't really, I guess, display rounded edges as well. So everything was so angular. And because it was so angular, they often made the geometry a bit, I don't know, weird to read. Like, I'm in this place. I don't know, like, what the maximum degree of like slope is that I can climb. So there might be like a place that I wouldn't think to go try and climb, because it seems like it should have been too steep to climb, but it was just the designer trying to give it a look that's slightly different than the previous thing that I climbed, which was maybe 5 degrees lower in inclination. Whoa, what? Oh yeah, these guys had like special attacks as well, which missed, which is good for us. So yeah, if you're looking for the condensed explanation of this, it's little heard of sci-fi detective noir JRPG. But not JRPG because it's not actually made by Japanese people. It was made in Austin, Texas, I think, or was it Dallas? I don't remember which of the two studios made this. Oh, hello. Oh no. This didn't spike yet. Yeah, this is a weapon for the... was it Dwarf Gandalf? Like a sizable upgrade over it, over the last one we had. Oh, how do we get back up? Okay. I think we have to go this way, right? But this is one of my favorite games of my, like, I don't want to say childhood, it was like more like adolescence. It was around the same time that Deus Ex came out that I played this. Although I'm very sorry to say that at the time I didn't get a lot of the humor in it. Mainly it's because it's a bit more, I want to say, like cerebral. So that's a thing we need to upgrade. We need to activate later with a party member's skill. Hey, Anonguner, welcome to the stream. Wow, we've gotten a lot of people today. That's nice. Like all the familiar faces. So how's it going? Let's see. I actually think that there was an item I could have picked on the other side first. So yeah, these are supposed to be mines. Ooh, nice. He does like nearly 300 damage. Jesus, that's like 120 more than the last upgrade. Like, whoa, that's a lot of number. I think we might even be able to one-shot the small dudes with... No, never mind, we can one-shot both of them. Assuming we hit. That's not happening today. There's always in these kinds of games, there's always like that one enemy that will keep getting dodges all the time, and you're like, you're supposed to die, stop that. So then you... Oh, hold on, did I pick the pedal? Life flower pedal, nice. If I'm not mistaken, we kind of need this for a side quest later on. Yeah, this is a dead end. But yeah, it was like kind of a thing from my adolescence, I want to say, not childhood. Because childhood was like Super Mario Land on the Game Boy, and even though I should never have played that, it was like Mortal Kombat on the Master System. Or like, I don't know what it was called in the States. It was the first Sega home console. Like the NES Contemporary. I don't remember what it was called in the States. I know it was a different name to what we had in the EU. I think it was like Mega Drive, and then... no, hold on, that was in the EU, wasn't it? Like, the Master System was called the Mega Drive in the EU, and then the next one was called the Mega Drive 2 or something. While it was called the Genesis in the US. But yeah, anyway, it was like a console from Sega that came pre-packed with like Alex Kidd. Which is such a weird game. I remember you had to fight enemies by playing rock, paper, scissors with them. Which was... what? Try explaining that to a 10-year-old. Like, so, okay, you see these monsters, you need to play rock, paper, scissors with them to defeat them. Damn, we used to play like some pretty fucked up games when we were kids, like not in the, you know, guts and gore kind of way, but more in the what the hell were the developers thinking when they were making these? Oh, so it wasn't the, oh no, I remember this bit, it's like a mini game. Ah! Well. Yep. So this is the other thing that they did a lot of in RPGs of the time. Like if you remember, Final Fantasy VII had the... Oh, and it was... Oh, it was with the mouse. That sucks. It's gonna be terribly imprecise to... like dodge and weave around all of these. Nice. I think there was kind of a... oh, shoot. I think there was like kind of like a... Oh no. Am I already dead? Oh, health, never mind. I think there's kind of like a reward depending on how many of those lightning crates you pick up. Boat was destroyed, and unfortunately Boots and Grandpas were in it. How about we try again? So yeah, JRPGs used to do that a lot, and it's one of those things that unfortunately Anachronox copied, I want to say. I'm not a big fan of mini games like these, especially not when the controls for them are so annoying. Like, it's nowhere near as precise as it thinks it is. And the problem with it is that the perspective doesn't really help. Sure, it looks more cinematic to have it like on a chase camera, but on the other hand, it also makes it really hard to judge if I'm like headbutting the crates or not. I'm just like gonna try and play it a bit safe. Like, I want to collect all of the crates, because yeah, see, you get party receive 3 Cordic and diamond discs. Then you get the Pokemon did 2 rock paper scissors. Yeah, but that's kind of like a more fleshed out version of rock paper scissors. Like, Alex Kidd was literally rock paper scissors, and it was also random, which meant you could be fighting the same boss for like 20 tries straight, because there was almost no way to know what they were gonna use next. So you had to get lucky 3 times in a row for each fight. This is the important bit, for each fight. Oh, we can't go back. Okay. Ooh, hi. So the diamond discs, I think those you're supposed to just sell. Let me just check the inventory. Diamond discs. Circular, thin diamond currency. Yep. Just like a bunch of money. Just like save. I think this is gonna be also the first boss fight. Imagine if that was how wars were fought. Sorry, I was like paying attention to the minigame. I just saw that. I mean, yeah. Imagine the world wars being like that. Like, France used scissors. It was super effective. Oh, we didn't one-shot it? Oh. That's disappointing. Like, I wonder maybe if someone should make that game now. Like a World War II themed game where you play out all of the major battles with rock, paper, scissors. That would be like a silly little side game. It would be like a more plain version of Valkyria Chronicles, I think it's called. which I haven't played, and I should probably do it on stream. At some point, let me like take another note here. Although no, I'm gonna stop taking notes because by the end of Anachronox, I'm gonna have like another 50 games that I want to go stream, and that's not happening. So, game design 101 in the early 2000s. If you kept finding curatives dropped in random locations just before a big clearing, it was really likely that you were gonna be in a boss fight. Wolfenstein? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Rock, paper, scissors? I really couldn't imagine BJ Blazkowicz playing like rock, paper, scissors. Ah. What? How are these guys dead already? Also, I love the name. It's called a stare bear. You can see the name down in the little bar below the character portraits if you pay close attention to it. And there we go. Actually, I'm not sure if this game has some sort of level scaling in it. It shouldn't, but yeah. It kind of like feels like it's harder to kill these than the previous ones. Or that just might be like their... I don't know. Enemies don't really have levels in this game because they're all kind of like have preset stats. Probably as a limitation of the engine. But I guess they're kind of like relatively stronger to like or weaker to other ones in the game because they should have like stats or something somewhere. I don't think there's a way to see enemy stats in this game. One of the characters you get later on can analyze enemies, but I think that kind of only shows you their weaknesses. It's been a while and I've never really used her much because well, I didn't like the character. She came across as like very callous and like very detached. So at the time, I didn't really like having her in the party. But I guess we can find out soon enough. She's like the not the next, but the one after the next character that we get. Cave crawler, stare bear. You wanna kill a stare bear? I remember watching that. Although clearly you didn't kill the stare bear, the care bears. Stare bears? Okay. So I think we're kind of safe from the ticks, I want to say, at the moment, because they can only attack in melee. Oh no. Come on. I was so sure that one was gonna kill him. Also, yeah, this is kind of like the thing with this kind of JRPG design. When you put so many enemies in the game, it just becomes very tedious having to like work through them one at a time. Because the game hasn't given me any area of effect spells yet, and it's probably not going to give me any until like maybe another hour into the game. And even if that is the case, I think it starts out with single target spells at first. And you have to like work yourself up to the next like tier of spell power to start getting AoE stuff. So yeah, in the early game, it kind of becomes a priority, a game of prioritizing what to attack first. So I'm interested in using Grampus to kill the melee ones as they enter his range, and just use boots to snipe enemies that are further away from Grampus. Which, I mean, seems to be working. So long as we don't get more damage than like the little bit with the shield can cover, that's fine, because that regenerates at the end of combat. So we don't have to waste... Oh, come on. Don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get... Yeah, never mind. We're healing. I jinxed it. Jinxed. That always happens. Like, you're all, oh, I hope nothing comes out and kills me now. And then the next thing you know, you're dead. Or like, I hope I don't fail this minigame. And then the very next thing that happens is you failed the minigame. Because you couldn't keep your big fat mouth shut. Something to do with Murphy's Law or something like that. I think. Oh, we should be getting to the end of the dungeon, I think. Look deep into my eyes. You are feeling sleepy. And now I buried you. You dead. It's such a weird attack animation. Who thought that the guy that's like 100 and something years old, I don't... Oh, come on, we got stunned. This sucks. Nope, confused, not stunned. Ouch. Huh. Maybe I should have given priority to the other guy. I don't remember if this game is kind of like Final Fantasy, where the confusion effect kind of goes away if you get physical damage. And yeah, I'm like out of range, so I'm gonna need to come here first. Let's see. Also, I could have sworn there was like a mouse over thingy where you could do and see what the status debuffs were, but I guess that's not the case. Hey, level up. Like, I'm getting one for Grampus for sure. Nice. So... Oh, hello. Heal grease complete. I am not using that unless I really have to. I think that's the one that goes, like, heals your health, like, fully. I don't think anyone's in range, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, and come on, the animations kind of mean that I can't see where I need to send Grampus now. Like, again, it's an Unreal Quake 2 engine game. Unreal? Really? Wow. Why did I say that? Oh! And check this out, it also had like a weird line of sight thing where if the node between you and an enemy is occupied, you can't attack them. And because the little tick thingy is in the way, I can't shoot at the big dude. Even though the graphic of the lasers can still reach him when you attack the tick. Yeah, we got this, no worries. Actually, I've been meaning to try and do this like a flash blind. I think what it does is like take him out of the picture for a few turns. And also does like a very hilarious like facial animation. Or was it like that the hit chance kind of becomes nearly zero for a few turns? I don't remember. But anyway, it should help us with like not being spammed with the confusion all the time. Should. Come on. Aha. Yeah, we're confused right now. I do think there's like only maybe one or two more fights, or like the boss is pretty close. Also, this guy seems to have like a soft spot for boots for some reason. You dead? Nope. Let's see. This way. I mean, unless he manages to take him out now. It's like the third time we shoot him, right? There we go. Lovely. More XP. Yep. We've also been getting a lot of resurrection items, haven't we? This is what the time minder tier is. It allows you to resurrect the character in combat. Let's see. Item here. Nope. I think. Can't really tell. It's the thing when you also have the studio lights like shining directly in your face, and also we're heading the wrong way. Well done, me. But yeah, the game itself is kind of dark in general. I don't think I can raise the gamma anymore without like ruining the... Hey, what? Hi. That's a weird animation you got there. Without ruining the overlay. So yeah, boss time. I think I remember how this one goes. I think you're supposed to like move around a whole lot in the the hexagon spots all around it. But I mean, it's nothing major. Like a very simple. I like the design though. It's a really nice sort of long lost technology. Robot of the ancients kind of thing. So if memory serves, he's gonna like use up a turn to go to face towards one of the positions, and the very next turn he's gonna pound it and like crack the pavement, I guess. So it's just a case of if it turns to face one of the two characters, I just need to move that character away. Yeah, there we go. Talos? What? Is that a game reference? I have no idea. It's like that. Is it like from the Talos Principle game? Oh, the one from Skyrim. Oh, the yeah, but isn't that supposed to be like a dragon or something? It's not quite the same thing, right? Oh, not the one from Skyrim. Never mind. I'm from Greek mythology. Oh, no, I need to move. This way. Yep. Safe. Mythological. Yeah, I know the mythological giant part. I didn't remember the like first robot thing. I thought it was like more like a golem or something, like an animated statue in mythology, or I might be thinking of something different. So I love how agile the animations make out Krampus to be. Like, he always does like these cartwheels and pirouettes and stuff in the air. It's kind of like, dude, you're supposed to be like 100 something. How are you doing that? So yeah, this is basically the tutorial boss, like the tutorial on bosses. Because you have access to nearly no skills and more or less no magic, except maybe the couple of bindle bugs that I'm carrying, which could, I think, burn him. Although considering that burn doesn't really do much in the way of damage, there's no point in wasting it on this guy. Because I'd rather keep all of my consumables for later fights. Especially since this one you can just like spam attack and win. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be like, yeah, Forged out of bronze, but not statue-like, statuesque, I guess, rather than an actual statue. It wouldn't look like this is what I'm trying to come across. Oh, damn, we're actually doing like 400 with Grampus. That's nice. Oh, yep, move. Move! Run away, you weird old man. No, not you. I don't actually remember if it was like a one-shot deal that killed you instantly if you stayed there. I want to say no, but then again, Anachronox wasn't quite the typical JRPG, so they would probably not have made like a I don't know what you call it, like a given you like a huge margin for error even in early boss fights, because like he's oh hey, we won, nice. Boom. And another extra long cutscene now. Or not. I think maybe that's a bit later on. And I'm sure there's like one more big cutscene around here somewhere. This is supposed to have an elevator later on. So you can access this side again. Yep, I'm pretty sure there's a cutscene here as soon as you pick that up. It's just kind of like let's call it a Chekhov's gun.
What the hell is that?
Man, what a washout. I busted my knuckles for this?
It looks like it's made from Mysterium. The same material MysTech
It's
is
made from unobtainium.
Got to get this back to my lab immediately.
Well, actually, no. Mysterium, yes. The writers were really trying with this one.
Look, boys, losers.
Well,
this is
well,
Detta.
well. If it ain't my favorite butter and egg man. Hey, Detta, hear you're moving up in the world.
Your charm on legs, Crash. Too bad your mouth's smarter than the rest of you. Now your stomach's smart, too.
Thanks for the education.
I haven't seen you all year, Sylvester. Nice coat. Remind me why I'm keeping you alive.
Kill me and you'll never see the money.
You're dead. Oh no, that's pocket change compared to my numbers now. Try again.
I'm drawing a blank here.
Nostalgia. You bring to mind my humble beginnings. One must stay grounded despite one's success. And you, give me the stone.
Stone? What stone?
Come on, Grumps, give it to him. You don't know who you're dealing with.
I know a two-bit thug in a fancy suit when I see one. He'll have to kill me for it.
Nope.
Oh.
Thanks much, Sylvester. Whatever this is will look swank in my collection. Boot, schedule a dinner with Mr. Boots for the end of the week. Someplace nice.
Not Brebulin. I hate Brebulin.
I may be a sentimental old fool, Sly, but if the money isn't mine by dessert, we'll break out the saws. Bottle up and go, boys.
Sunny Funnies, Friday at dusk hour, don't forget.
Honestly, Detective.
Moron! I'm gonna kill you! That stone was in my hands, and you rolled over for those Goombas without a thought.
Look, old man, you hired me to keep you safe. Those guys were gonna dust you.
Rubbish. We could have taken those ruffians on easy. You cost me a stone.
Stone's bones. It's time to settle up, Cupcake.
What? After that? Forget it!
Hey, you hired me to keep you safe. You didn't mention anything about that stone, so cough up the birds.
Ah, piss.
Yeah, very funny. Where's the rest?
What rest? That's your fee.
$100? This won't even pay my bar tab.
Well, then maybe next time you'll pay more attention to your fee up front.
Yeah, it's kind of like a funny thing. You never actually discuss the fee with this
Take
guy.
it with a smile or walk.
Fine, fine, I'll take it.
Wait a minute. You're going?
I mean,
Of course
Yeah.
I'm going. This case is closed.
Do you have any idea how much money you're walking away from? There's energy dormant in every slag of MysTech.
so
If
yeah,
we
that's
figure out a way
where
to
the
activate
word
it, we'll
MysTech
never have to worry
MysTech
about
comes from.
money
It's like
again.
Mysterium
What do
technology.
you need me for?
It's like
What, you mad at me a
it's the
second
game's fancy way
Well,
of
I don't
saying
need you
spells.
in particular, but you've got a flair for fighting,
So
and everyone else I
the
know
way
is
spells
doing
work in this
what
game, you
Use a change of
basically
venue.
find
When we come
some
back, you'll
kind
have
of
enough
stone,
money to pay off your debt
and each stone
start
has a
new
specific
life.
element to it
I'm
and
listening.
has like specific
That
spells
is
in
Sunder.
it.
There's a brilliant scientist there
Um,
who's thinking along the same lines I am.
Yep.
If I knock heads with her, we
MacGuffin,
might just pull
exactly.
this off and
That's what
make
the stone
a
we lost is.
bundle.
Okay, I'll take the case. As long as the egghead doesn't get a cut.
Deal.
Sold.
And I want more than $100.
You'll get plenty more.
And I'm in charge, you hear me? You're a danger to yourself.
Oh, piffle.
And
I
stop
like
hitting me with
the
that
voice
thing,
acting.
or I'm gonna belt you back. Ow! I mean it.
Some good writing there. So let's see. Now our objective is to go get a ticket to get off planet and finally see something other than like dull gray misery. I actually need to save and go get the taxi from the top floor. Let's see. I am small for my age. Want to see? Actually, I don't know. Can you like yammer this guy? Nope. Hey, didn't F up the crocodile ferry achievement this time. Nice. It's playing Apex Legends. Oof. So, is that like the new Fortnite nowadays? You can understand me? Wonderful. Can you spare some change? Okay, there we go. I don't remember if you could get like a mistake off of this guy if you helped him out. Apex Legends, like... There's like a lot of people playing that currently. It's today's Battle Royale, yeah, I guess. So it was like... Player unknowns first, and then it was Fortnite, and now it's what, Apex Legends? So I kind of want to see if that Valesta person is with Diana. No, she's not. She's gone. It's more team playing all the annoying 9-year-olds staying in Fortnite. I really don't want to start like playing those kinds of games, to be honest. I don't do well when playing competitive stuff with random strangers. Most of the time. And to be fair, I probably don't have the reflexes for it either. Or the, you know, the mindset for it. I mean, I've tried playing Overwatch at some point and played for like 100 or so hours of it. But then it kind of became a bit tiring with all the toxicity and stuff, especially when they added competitive mode, and like the people that stayed in quick play were all of the worst ones, and the people that went into competitive were also a bit asinine. Can try the free one with friends. What free one? Oh, hold on. Apex Legends isn't the free to play like the rest of them? I remember. I thought it was kind of like a free to play, but had those what you call them? It had like a pass or something, like a battle pass or something. Also, check this dialogue out. It's like, what are you still doing here? Didn't I warn you to beat it? What are it gonna do? Do you strike me? Skin Brebulan is more durable than everything you can arrange on it. Your blows will not hurt me, that, and you it knows. That is why you won't me strike if stranger watches. Then how about I run you into the station and hook you up to the old Suponic Combine? Oh no, not the Tiggle machine. No, yeah, I know, the battle passes for skins and stuff, I like that. I remember reading that. So let's see, now we need to head to tours, right? We need to get the battery for PAL, so we can hack the console and get a good price for a ticket. I think. Let's spend a penny. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the same thing that Overwatch did, where you every time your account levels up, you get a crate of stuff. Let's take a shuttle from Anachronox to Center Station. So I think we need to... Come on. We need to enter here and get the objective to go revive Pal, which is the little robot from the start of the game. Stay back, all of you! I assert my dominion over this ticket kiosk.
All shuttles to Sunder Station are currently departing from the south platform.
So yeah. So this is where we first use Grampus's world skill, which is called Yammer, in which you kind of talk the guy into giving up. Grampus needs a lot of air to perform his Yammer. You must help him fill his lungs by inhaling at just the right time. Whenever you see a lung expand, hit the corresponding button as fast and frequently as you can. You can click the arrows with your mouse or use the arrow keys on your keyboard keypad. When the lung shrinks, be sure to stop hitting the keys as you will cough and lose a little air each time. Like an odd minigame. So yeah, if you succeed, you get like this little dialogue where he just basically talks him away from the booth. And like, it's something that I couldn't be able to like read it. Ticket prices suddenly look very reasonable. I shall buy one at random. You have ruined me. So yeah. So the idea here is to be able to get a good deal for this. Which is probably something in the... There we go. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I should have gotten like a quest to get the robot as well.
All shuttles to Sunder Station are currently departing from the
This is kind of weird. Am I once again remembering things in the wrong order? Because if so, it's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, we can get the Anachronox symbol now. It's in Epic, it's up to level 100, really? So you don't get like infinite chests like you do with Overwatch? Or I'm not actually sure if Overwatch is actually infinite chests. It should also have like some kind of cap, right? Down we go. Don't ask me why we did that. I think it's infinite. Yeah, I think so as well. I think you can just like keep getting prestige ranks over and over and over again. But yeah, I've only been to up like 80 something. That was a long time ago. That was even before they put in most of the new characters. I think I kind of gave up at the time they introduced Anna into it. Oh, there we go. That's right. Oh, how distressing. Someone vandalized my Betsy. Look at her. She's a non-compus motus. Yeah, there we go. We got the battery. We can go get the other party member. Nice. Let's see, rowdies. That's weird though. I was almost sure that you were supposed to get PAL before leaving. Like you got an objective for it. That's kind of weird. Maybe you need to try and like board the ship to Sunder Station to get that. So the game is like, how can you be such a jerk? You left your PAL behind. Oh well. Let's go enjoy another funny cutscene. Let's see. Nope. Hold on. Let's check out on this guy. Yeah, he's improving. So are we getting some... No. All the slack. To hit the in the meats. There's a lot of milk coming down. There's Goran connection. Oh yeah, that's the guy that's waiting on the second floor of the first floor of the platform area. Yep. Okay, so now we can fight that guy. But first, let's go like do some quest wrap up. We'll get this guy up and running. Aha. This is like by far the best character in the game.
Pal? Pal? Hey, pal.
It's because he's like kind of set up to be like the lovable, annoying sidekick, but he's like really foul-mouthed and like got a temper.
You left me there for a year. That was messed up.
Hey, settle down, hotshot. Battery comes out as easily as it went in.
No, please don't, Mr. Boots. I'm a good boy. Don't turn me off. No.
Hey, you're acting pretty funny. You burn out a circuit or something?
No, sir, Mr. Boots. I feel half-assed.
Oh yeah.
Then let's burn rubber, kid. 2 on the town, just like the old days.
Well,
I'm not paying extra for this.
hey, new character. I love this guy. Check it out. Meep meep. So this guy's special ability is called Comp Talk, which is kind of like a fancy way of saying he hacks things. I think there's like a port we can use in the Beatmaster area. So I'm gonna go check that out now. Then go to the museum and turn in the Anachronox symbol, I guess. Well, actually I'm gonna go turn in the symbol first, because it's closer. Yep. I don't know, maybe like get a... He doesn't come equipped with any... anything, more or less. Pre-owned shield cell, right? Yep, that's about it. I wonder if I should maybe go check out the gun store. The guns store. There's probably some upgrades I can get. So this guy gives us, yeah. Take a picture of 8 red Bipedri. I don't know how it... It's like we're looking for 8 of these guys, but red, instead of like the orange-ish that these guys are. I think you need to go like nearly to the end of the game to actually be able to collect all of them. And there's a few that are kind of hidden in weird places. So you're kind of supposed to listen for the like little song that they sing. So let's see if we've got enough of everything. Maybe I should get one of these. Although 1200 is a lot, but like beefiness +1 is really useful. Let's see who needs it the most. Like Pal's got decent might, so boosting it a bit more into great means he does a lot of damage. I think he's also like a melee character as well, so that's gonna be a problem. And that thing there, I think you need tractor beam. Never mind. But yeah, you also have noticed by now that this is like the character screen, and each one corresponds to a specific color. And this is totally like kind of like the Pokemon thing, I guess, which each element has its opposite. So cyan has red as its opposite, yellow has blue, and green has purple as its opposite. I'm not sure if they're actually supposed to be, you know, representing elements or stuff or something like that. Probably not. White is supposed to be good against everything, and so is black, which is not displayed there. And the best spell in the game, which, if memory serves, is called Hekadonkir. That one requires finding some very well hidden items, actually. But once you do that, it's black element, and it basically deals 9,999 damage to everyone. Like all of the enemies. Not everyone. Killing yourself wouldn't be that fun with it. So yeah, let's see. I don't remember if you can do it with this guy. Come on. Or if this requires the master one. PAL 18 has been outfitted with the ability to access the data ports of most computers. He even has the infrared option. To talk, PAL 18 must figure out how to patch into the computer's backdoor. By selecting the correct patchboard tiles and avoiding bad weak areas of the patchboard, PAL 18 can connect through the computer's backdoor before the built-in security system shuts him down. So yeah, it's kind of like the thing from BioShock. Oops. I think you're kind of like... Let me try again. Tell that to Voltorb shall distract. So what does this open? Yeah, another taco. Lovely. So I think with this one, it's like 6, right? It's all that we can get until we get more characters to unlock the other 2 that we can find on Anachronox. 2 or 1? I don't remember. But yeah, getting at least 5 is gonna be like useful, because I think it goes with increments of like 1, 5, 10, 15 and 20 that you get the rewards for them, and you turn them into Sunder station. So at 6 we should get 2 of the rewards. I think the first one is just money, but then it starts giving you items and stuff, and I think you get some of the like equipable accessories later on. So let's see, Anachronox tours. No, hold on. I'm doing something wrong. Didn't we have like a side quest? Let's see. Yeah. There's a oh god, we needed to do something for the other guy. What was it? Oh yeah, platforms. We need to go kill the smuggler person. It's kind of the thing. Well, the game does have a quest log. It's not particularly good most of the time. I think it's the guy that's standing right here, like this guy. Hey, speaking of Voltorb self-destruct, would anyone be interested in me setting up like one of the Pokemon games for a stream? There we go. It's like this guy that we need to kill. I would probably want to like set some Pokemon up, maybe like one of the older ones, because I don't have access to a Switch. Oh, dude, no. I just like blocked myself. Yeah, he's out of range. So I can like basically do nothing with PAL. Oh, doesn't matter because this guy's dead. Well, that was needlessly overthought. So I was thinking I could maybe like set one of the emulators up to play one of the Pokemon games at one point. Yeah, I'd rather just like play one of the official ones, to be honest. I was maybe thinking of doing like a Nuzlocke challenge, although I probably am going to suck at it. Whoa, did you guys see that? I've never seen that animation in the background where the taxi crashes into the other thing. So, for those of you that don't know, the Nuzlocke challenge is a Pokemon challenge that you can do in most of the Pokemon games. Except maybe the first generation, because of the way the whatchamacallit, because of the way they're kind of like set up, it's like very hard to pull off. But what a Nuzlocke challenge is, hey, Prion's shield cell, which I can, no, hold on, I already have one for each person. What? It's like any, nope. I think that's about it for side quests. What the Nuzlocke challenge is that you start like a game regularly in any of the Pokemon games except maybe first and second generations, and what you can and can't do is like a set of rules. Oh, Wobbuffet. No, I mean it all comes down to luck, doesn't it? What the Nuzlocke challenge is you are only allowed to catch the very first Pokemon you encounter in each area. So basically, if say in the first route you go into the grass and the very first thing you get is like a Weedle. Almost lost the stairs achievement. Do you get it though? No bueno. I could do with a bueno, to be honest. Chocolate. Oh, hold on. Can I like just hack something else here? So yeah, the Nuzlocke challenge, the way it works is that you are only allowed to catch the very first Pokemon that you encounter in any like distinct area. Oh, hold on, really? Can't do anything with that? Oh, it's like raw that, yeah, it's the other person that, I can access that later on with her. Never mind then. So yeah, you are only allowed to catch the very first Pokemon that you encounter in an area, and that over there is also something that we can't access at the moment. And if you don't manage to catch one, then that area, yeah, you are only allowed to catch the very first one, and if you fail, then you've lost your chance in that area. Aside from that, you can only use a Pokemon until it faints. If it faints, you're supposed to put it in the storage box and never use it again, because it's like dead. And that's about it for the basic Nuzlocke challenge. It's supposed to be kind of like a hardcore mode, or at least kind of like forcing you to bond, I guess, with your Pokemon. Oh yeah, and you're also supposed to name them with custom names. You're not allowed to like use the default. Get out of the way, dude. You're not allowed to use the Pokemon's kind as a name. Oh yeah, but that's like an exception that came afterwards, right? In the original Nuzlocke challenge, you're only allowed like one tribe per area. I mean, I could try it, but I don't know. It also kind of annoys me that it goes contrary to what Pokemon is all about. Oh, it's not required, okay. Fair enough. But still, I mean, eh. Like that challenge kind of goes directly against what I've been taught of Pokemon. Is like gotta catch them all. So I don't remember if there's anything we can activate here. Yeah, it's retired. You just like, I think the advice there is that you're supposed to put it in the very last box, so you don't accidentally like access it at any point. It's okay, screw it. We're out of Anachronox now. Yay. Can't type. Yeah, I've had that as well. But I mean, I could try the Nuzlocke challenge, but I could like also try playing it casually. Although I've already played most of them to death, so yeah, I don't know how that would work. I could try playing Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire because I've played the originals and I do own those on the 3DS. Oh, also you're supposed to release them. Yeah, or that. Like, if... I think the idea is that you put them in the very last box, so if you get tired of the challenge at some point, you can just, like, play the game regularly from that point onward. And I think it's the more streamer-friendly option, because if we find out that the Nuzlocke challenge isn't really, you know, working out, like, if I get to a point where I have everything fainted and I have no more areas to go catch stuff in, you can just like revive them and continue the rest of the game regularly. But yeah, Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby might be... Or was it the other way around? It was like Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire. Okay, give me a moment. Never mind, I'm gonna get it later. We don't do that here. Like, the DS ones are probably gonna be a pain to set up properly, because I'm not sure if there's like an emulator that works properly for DS games, and I'm sure there's not one for 3DS ones. Even though I would have loved to replay Black or White, because I think I have them somewhere here. It's like my little like case of Pokemon. My little case of like DS and 3DS games. Like, I have X here, and that's probably like, I would love to stream Moon, but there is literally no way to stream off of a 3DS unless you get like modified, and I don't have that kind of money sitting around, because like the last time I checked was like 300 euros for like a modified 3DS. I wonder if we can get like a DS emulator, though. Like, cause I have like The World Ends With You here. I have like Final Fantasy Tactics A2. That's also nice. Or Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. That would have been amazing to stream. But yeah, we could probably like... give me a moment. If we can get a DS emulator working, we could maybe like do Diamond. I don't know, does it? Focus. Focus, please. Autofocus is not working. Autofocus is out for lunch. Please try again later. I mean, I could try that, or I could try like Black, which I own. Like, was Black DS or was it like 3DS? Black, the first Black is DS, right? I want to say. Yeah, I do own X on the 3DS, and been done with Moon for like, I think we got Moon when 2 months after it released. I remember I got Moon and my friend Razian got like Sun, if memory serves. Yeah, there we go. That's like X as well. And we basically like obsessed over those for like a couple of months until we finished the Elite Four. I also did like some of the post-game content, but not most of it, because that was at that time I was already like 120 hours into the game. And was getting a bit sick of having to backtrack to find all of the hidden stuff that you can do post-game. I think I actually had like a, give me a moment, I think I actually had like a checklist somewhere. Let me just like put the webcam on. Hi. This needs like trimming. Where was it? I had like a checklist for Pokemon. Let me just try and find it. Yep, PokemonPostgame.com. So this is like a pretty decent site for... can I use the capture card? No, because... yeah, this is like the site that I'm using for tracking everything. It's amazing. I cannot use the capture card with a 3DS because the 3DS does not come with a video out port, unfortunately. There is literally no way on a regular 3DS to export video and audio. So
what's the plan, Stan?
that's the reason that you need a modified 3DS, because they kind of like solder on a small capture, not a capture card, they kind of like solder on an HDMI out, so you can like get an HDMI to a capture card and then like stream it from there. I also seem to remember that there was some way you could put custom firmware on your 3DS and run a kind of like program, I guess, on it that exported it through Wi-Fi. Kind of like how the Steam streaming thing works. But hold on, yeah, we kind of need to work through a few things to get in there. That also requires me to do things to my 3DS that I don't want to do, for one. Sell my rare items. Yes, done selling. So the idea here is that there are 4 or 5 of these trader bots, and you can sort of like make money by like taking a note of which things they sell at what prices and do the whole like buy cheap, sell expensive deal. But yeah, that's probably not something that's worth doing. More non-invasive way to, yeah, I know, but I don't think that one of those exists at the moment. Blah blah blah. These are like the Beatles, right? Check it out. It's like John. The Beatles are more popular than Class. It's like George, and it's like Paul, and there's like a guy called Ringo. It's like hilarious if you sit like and read through all of the dialogue, but it's like also a lot. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's like a less invasive way of doing that at the moment. Which is why streams of like 3DS games are a bit more rare, I want to say, on Twitch. Ticket window. Yep. No tickets. Aha! There we go. This is like the another side quest. Tetra smuggler who blew into town with an unflawed specimen of Tetra. The thing is, he was seen leaving the commons a while back, but hasn't shown up in the red light district to cut any black market deals. Yeah. Something happened to him in the route tubes on the way to red light. So yeah, we need to, I think, find his corpse or something. Oh well. So this is Sunder Station. Sunder Station Station. To use its full name. It's a bit more pleasant to look at than Anachronox was. A bit. Ah. Also, it has clowns. Come on. So I'm just like glossing over the dialogues here because it's, again, it's mostly like fluff. But there's also a couple of specific dialogues that you need to get, unfortunately, and I don't remember which ones they were. So let's see, this is where we get the credentials for the planet. Yep. Oh no. Wait, what? Yeah, we failed. It's kind of hard to see, but you're supposed to be able to tell if like the connection is good by the state of the little grid icon here. But it's a bit dark, so I can't really like tell. So let's see, TSM database, download. Yeah, this is where we get all the knowledge for... So, our objective at the moment is to go to a planet called Sunder 3, which is kind of like a science-centric planet, and therefore you need to be a scientist to get there, which we are not. So, in order to be able to, you know, do that, we need, first of all, a disguise, which I think we get somewhere in here. No, hold on. Disguise we get from someplace else. Never mind. We need to get a disguise. We need to get credentials, which you get by... We got when we hacked into the database there. Okay. A disguise, the credentials and knowledge, and I think you also need a ticket, if I'm not mistaken, and that's, I want to say you get off of someone by yammering them with grandpas. It's been a while though, so we'll see. One of these people have it someplace, so it's probably not going to be here. Let's see. We also need to head to the route tubes before finishing this area because, like I said, we need to do Detective Rook's side quests. But yeah, I know a guy who might know who to talk to. His name is Goat Knife. I don't see the entrance in the shadows. Fine. So... like, we don't really mind the like not talking to everyone here, but there is like a couple of side quest stuff that needs to be done. Blah 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 blah. Yep, there we go. This is the guy. Hi, Goat Knife. There's a guy I know that knows a guy that knows another guy. And this is getting a bit too much. I think if you actually, you know, follow this all the way to the end, it kind of like turns out that no one of these has a ticket, and you actually find it like someplace totally unrelated. Blah 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 blah. Hello, goodbye. Like it's all been done for the lulz. So yeah, that's the other guy we need to talk to. But first, hi. So, we should also be on the lookout for those like red bipedary things. I don't remember if I'm pronouncing them correctly. And frankly, I'm not sure anyone knows if they're pronouncing it correctly, because it's like a stupid, weird name. But there should be like one somewhere around here. I remember there's like one that floats out in space someplace, but it's not going to be here. It's going to be someplace you are like a lot closer to the windows. Yep, there's a taco guy. Hi. I lost them all twice, yes. First, I get hooked on the latest fad, tacos. Collect them all, they said. Everyone's got one, they said. Then the scandal. The internal memo leaked that TACO stands for Totally Arbitrary Collectible Objects. Yeah. It's kind of funny. Yep, so basically this guy's a collector and I start giving them to him. So what do we get? Hilgris complete. 5 tagos. Yeah, 5 time minder tiers. So the next reward is at 10. Basically got like a whole bunch of like freebie curative items by getting all of those. Let's see. Blah blah blah. I don't think you can actually do anything here, to be honest. This bar is supposed to be your hub later on in the game when you do the stuff on Sunder and you get the 4th character in. Yeah, there we go. This is the second side quest I was looking for. Yep. This is like the second trader bot. Yeah, I'm not really gonna bother like doing the whole like trading minigame. Hold on, what's this? So I think I was supposed to get like a hint from here for like one of the other characters. But anyway, let's go get the second part of the costume, the disguise. I think you get that in the Vendomart. Yep, there we go. It's like a vendor, and you can also get a... Like, hold on. Like, hug it here, right? There we go. Nope. So why on earth you could buy a scientist disguise specifically is beyond me, but whatever. That's still fine. Aha! I'm a scientist now.
Tighten your belt, sunshine. We got a bird to catch.
Also, I love this cutscene. I'm not actually sure if you're stuck with like this character model in combat as well. I don't remember if you could actually get into combat this way. Don't remember what was in here. Aha! Pay to pray. Oh, that's right. This is where we get the Yammer upgrade for Grampos once we get the Holy Relic item. Something like a crystal or something. Which is also supposed to be a spoiler for something later on. Just in case you were paying attention to what was being said. But I'm not gonna spoil it. Yet. You'll have to stick around through the entire like series of streams for that. Let's see. Feature item. This battery and more are available today. So let's see. Megalocephalic Wendy? Wait, what? Oh, hold on. We kind of like need this for a side quest, don't we? Let's see. Turbo Alert, Eluder, Speed Sure Circlet. Protects against slow. Protects from Winky and Nuts. Those are like debuffs. I think Nuts is Confuse and Winky is Sleep. Protects from Poison. Protects from Winky. Yeah, I don't think we need anything else. We just like need the doll for some reason. I think it's like a side quest later on, so that's fine. And I'm also sure there's nothing more higher up. Like, let's see, 8, 9, 6. Huh. Just gonna check just to be sure that there's nothing around here. Oh, hold on, there's a character. Everyone thinks I'm a pushover. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, shoot. Hey, we got the prism. We can learn Grampus' second skill now. Awesome. So let's go do that. I don't remember what his second skill was. I think it was like a heal or something. Guess we're gonna find out. Whoa, so shiny. My meditation, yeah, heal field. See, I remember. There we go, heal field. So, yeah, this is how Grampos learns his skills. I think Pal is supposed to learn them by talking to specific robot characters in the game. Like I said before, Boots kind of gets most of his from like the Detective Rook side quest, which is why we need to keep doing it all the time. God Knife, yeah, I know the creep. Like this is like a kid. What? Did he tell you I was scalping tickets? That jerk. Man, I don't do that stuff anymore. So I think this guy's next. Yep. Find Slick Janomin in the route tubes underneath pumping station 7. The entrance is in an unmarked door near the pack station. So let's see, we also need to find some kind of drug to spike that guy's drink. I don't remember where he got that from. I want to say it's also in the route tubes, but no, I think it might be in the dormitories. Probably. It's like the third trader bot. Didn't care about that either. Can get a full heal here, even though probably we don't need it. Yeah, probably shouldn't have picked that, should I? Whoops. So refreshed. Partly fully healed. Yeah. Ah. Well, this stream has been like a bit more low-key than the last one. It's kind of like the lull before getting to the new planet. So let's talk shop a bit. So on the table we currently have like trying to set up a Pokemon stream at some point, which is like one suggestion. I've also got a few ideas for that, which I hope I can like make work. So this would also be a good idea to see if anyone is interested in seeing something else as well. So as you know, there's also like a link of my backlog down in the like panels, if you want to check that out as well. Let's see. Oh yeah, we can't get that yet. We need to use like some other character's ability to do that. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Yep, there we go. We can get like a ticket from this guy. Lovely. There we go. Can you hear that? The singing? There's one of the like the red pipidary things is somewhere around here. But where was it? I don't remember. God damn it. You can just like barely hear it in the background, so maybe it's like down there. It's like a lot more faint here, so it's probably further up. Come on. Like I don't think there's... Oh, there we go. Here, there it is. See? It's like really, really tiny, but it's just there. I don't actually think you can get any further up, at least not yet. But yeah, we have like a small note down for one of the Pokemon games. I think it's probably gonna be one of the DS ones, assuming I can get the emulator running. If not, then it's definitely gonna be either Alpha Sapphire or Omega Ruby. Oh, hold on. Those were on the DS as well, weren't they? Huh. Which one did I own on the Advance? I have the cassettes for those somewhere like stored. I need to dig them out and see what I have. But it might just be like Leaf Green or Fire Red or something like that. I haven't played those. So let's see. Like actually get. Oh yeah, we need to go back to the guy for credit. So this is the door to the tubes. Yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green. So that was like the correct one. So Alpha and Omega ones. What? Secret. Wow. Yep. Yeah, I also think those were the only ones for the Advance. Hold on. I think the drug dealer person we need to find is like in the red light district. So we oh, camera, no, camera. No, it's not dead. Okay. Kind of like started screwing up there for a moment. I'm still trying to figure out what causes it, because I've had like the idea of also looking into the Windows event log, like after last night's stream, and there weren't like any events aside from like the camera suddenly like disconnecting. So, yep. So it's definitely not a driver's issue, and it's certainly not a conflict with other programs. So the only thing that's left really is that like the wiring has gone bad somewhere in the webcam or in the USB cable, and that causes it to like become sort of corrupted if it moves. But that's the thing, it's not really consistent. I'm thinking maybe like my mouse cable might be like pushing it a bit when I'm doing like wild movements. So yeah, that's probably I'm gonna be looking into maybe getting a replacement at some point if I can afford it next month, like this month. But yeah, no promises. And if things get really bad, I can always go back to my live cam, which like was like the first cam I started out on, which I really don't want to do because it wasn't particularly good. And aside from the resolution, it also had like a lot of issues with like brightness and color balance. But you know, beggars can be choosers. I'm certainly like not making any money off of the stream to, you know, go buy it that way. Of course. So it's probably gonna have to wait until I can save up for it. I'm also been considering like maybe it would be a good I want to say excuse to upgrade to the newer C922, or maybe like try the Razer one, which is supposed to be really good for streams. But to be honest, like I said, I'm gonna be keeping things a bit like low budget if I can help it. Oh no, this is broken. Yep. It's like Bioshock all over again. Yay. Or I could do what other people do and just put like a small like smiling GIF running where the webcam was supposed to be. Or like a talking cat or whatever, I don't know. I really don't want to do that. I like seeing my face on stream. Oh, wow, that sounded very narcissistic. But yeah, I like seeing a face in streams. Personal preference, of course. Oh, hey, check out these enemies. But you weren't expecting like snake pipes that spit poison. I think they're kind of weak though, so that should be whatever. Yep. Like my worst nightmare? Really? What? What? Really? Pipes that become snakes are your worst nightmare? That's like oddly specific. Oh, you hate snakes. Yeah, but these are like pipes. They're not like really, you know, snakes actually. But I think we only fight like 2 or 3 groups of these overall, so that should be fine. Let's see. I know the feeling though. I kind of had like, when I was younger, I kind of had like a phobia on like roaches, like the big American ones that they also call June bugs, I think. Those things still freak me out a lot. In fact, when I was moving, this was one of the very first things I asked the agent. Was like, "Are there roaches in this part of town?" And he was like, "No, that's fine. I'm okay. Like, I'm signing this." There we go. Tickets to Sunder. There we go. We get the poison and 1 ticket. Lovely. So I don't remember how you are supposed to get to the red light district as well. I think it was like down this path. Oh, it looks slither enough. Sorry for that. For what it's worth, I only think you like fight 2 or 3 groups of them over the course of the entire game, so should be safe now. So this guy we need a picture of. He's dead. No kidding. But yeah, I think this is the evidence we need for like the detective guy in order to get the next like step of the quest done. So I think we've gotten everything now. Let's see. But yeah, the thing with the roaches, it was like awful for me. And imagine when I first played like Fallout 3, I had no idea there were gonna be like semi-realistic huge rat roaches around. Oh god, like the tutorial even has you fight one as part of the tutorial when you are a kid. It was like all kinds of terrible for me. But you know, in the end it's kind of like you can sort of like, I could sort of power through it, thankfully. And yeah, in Fallout 4 there's like even more realistic looking ones as well, which is like, dude, what are you trying to do to me? Oh, let's see. We are now a scientist again. Aha! So let's go find the bar, do that side quest, then go into the lounge and talk with Inspector Rook. I don't think there's anything else that we're missing at the moment. I think I picked up all of the side quests. Let's see. Let me just talk to the guy. Hi. Tight work, man. Yeah. Let me just spike his drink. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. There we go. There was a note in his pocket. Shorty's note. There we go. Gemini. Okay, so this is actually a follow-up for the planet we are heading to now. Like, Anachronox did a lot of this, actually. If you took the time to like clear out areas of quests and stuff, you could get a lot of cool little extra interactions for the next area you were heading to. Like, we're gonna be meeting Rook as soon as we come back from Sunder, for example. And there's like gonna also be another section in the museum later on. I like it when games do this kind of thing, because they like reusing whatchamacallit, a amulet of awareness. This one I think prevents sleep. I'm gonna put it on boots. Yep. Protects from consciousness effect in battle. I think it also does like for confusion, or like the nuts, I think the game calls it, skill. Let's see, let's head to Sunder. It's like through here. Jeez. not the right way. Oh god, the interface is so annoying. Nope. Come on. So close! We also get a level? Oh hey, we totally did. It's like... Ooh, Grampus is so close to it. Thank you and enjoy your flight. As soon as you solve the next bit. Yep, there we go. It's like a nice puzzle here.
Extrapolate, if you will, Schernhausen's theory of caustics by reflection.
I like how they go like a brain bouncer.
The envelope of a moving line can be determined by... Uh-oh.
I'm sure I'll get through, but I think you're stuck.
It's like a hilarious
Maybe they'll ask me an easy
idea.
Characterize gravity theories in relation to universally coupled scalar fields in the context of Dirac's large number hypotheses.
Oh well, I didn't really want to go to Sunder anyway.
Don't worry, Mr. Boots. Let him ask his questions. I'll take care of everything, you'll see.
Yep. Yes, he will. So, remember that science database we downloaded into the guy, like at the start of this area? So it doesn't actually matter what you choose here, it's like kind of funny. I'm afraid Awugan isn't Awugan. Is not one of the 23 languages I know. Why? Well, my master is an Awugan from the Asagan system. He speaks an obscure provincial dialect. Luckily for you, I can serve as his translator today. So was it like illustrate Bezemer's phylogenetic illustrate Bezemer's phylogenetic protocols in biomechanical post-fixation processing. I'm not reading this out loud. Yep. This is like a translating for us. Yeah. Take it easy. There's like this whole like side plot with Pal later on, where he's supposed to like figure out that he's achieved sentience or something like that, or like free will or whatever. Which is kind of like a cool moment, because that's also where you actually get his upgrade to his skill, like the comp talk thingy. And like I said when we started the stream yesterday, it's like most of these characters tie their skills and skill upgrades into their backstory, which is kind of like a cool, I don't know. It's a cool thing when games do this, because it kind of, you know, connects the gameplay aspect with the story aspect a bit better. And now we're heading to Sunder. The name is kind of a hint for something that happens there. So the writing in this game is like a lot of things, but subtle is not one of them. I love the music here. It's like so mellow, so chill. Whoa. This was actually state of the art when the game first came out, because the Quake 2 engine couldn't handle transforming 3D models on the fly as well. I think it was one of the things that they specifically modified into the engine when they made Anachronox. Because like the Quake 2 engine was really good at doing particle effects at the time, and it was one of the very first engines that specifically focused on like the little details, I guess. Hey, check this guy's name out. Dr. Einbert Alstein. Like, I think all of the names in here are kind of like puns based on IRL actual scientists. Lab Linguinator adapter, thank you. So yeah, what was I talking about? One of the things that the original Quake 2 engine was supposed to like focusing on most of the time was they really marketed it on like lighting effects and environmental audio. Like the thing I was talking about last stream, I actually don't remember what you need to do here. I think you just need to talk with everyone until the spaceship lands. Entrance or exit? Take your pick. That's not something you need to... Oh, there we go. We're on final approach to Colosseum Starport, where they're enjoying partly cloudy skies with a high of 82 degrees. We hope you enjoy your stay on Sunder, and we thank you for flying the brain train. But yeah, the Quake 2 engine was primarily like focused around like the quality of particle effects and environmental lighting. It was one of the first engines, as far as I remember, that allowed for like light sources changing like the color on textures. Like if you shot a green laser down a corridor, then like as it passed through the corridor, it was going to like light a radius around it with like greenish tints and stuff like that. But yeah, also particle effects. That was like the big deal with the Quake 2 engine at the time, as far as I remember. Because like in Quake 1, the particles were all like this big chunky kind of like polygons or triangles. But in Quake 2, you finally had like some kind of like more rounded appearance, and you could like make them really small. And I think, I want to say it's also the first engine to use specific materials like emit specific sounds. Like if you walk on metal, you're going to hear like a metallic kind of sound, and if you walk on wood, you would like hear kind of like a wooden thud instead. So each surface had its own like audio output associated. But yeah, this is like heavily modified. It's kind of like what they did with Half-Life, which is also written on come on, blah blah blah. It's also like Half-Life was also like kind of written on like a very very heavily modified Quake 2 engine. Oh shit. I'm not gonna make it, am I? No, I was so close. Luckily, I think the layout doesn't change between attempts, so you can just like power through this. There we go. So I have a very finicky because you need to be in a very specific interfrequency numbers. Do not share frequency numbers. Yeah. So this is like a hint for solving the puzzle that allows me to move on to the next area. Let's see. Oh, hello. What time is it anyway? It's like 11:30. Huh. So I think the idea is that I need to find 2 specific frequencies and use them to deactivate a barrier so I can get into the Rainbow Sanctuary or something like that. Let's see. And also Sunder is one of the areas that you, kind of like a small spoiler here, you can't revisit later on in the game. So I'm just gonna need to be very, very, very careful in not missing anything out. I don't think you can find any taco here, like the collectible. But I do remember that there's like a couple of side quests where you can like lock yourself out of if you don't speak to people here. So I'm just gonna like try and do that. Oh, there we go. Oh no. So yeah, we can. Oh yeah, it's three frequencies, not 2. So we kind of need to figure out the frequencies for the red, blue, and green fields. Well, there are 3 types of lasers running in high modulation behind me. If someone found the control panel for each one and managed to get the disabling frequencies from the 3 guards, then they could switch the lasers to low modulation. So yeah, we need to find like a card slot. We need to figure out the 3 frequencies, and then we also need to find a card for that, because you're supposed to like block the things. I think we're supposed to find like policemen and ask them for that, like those like PAX people. Trying to remember though. It's like one of them. I think there's like one of them is gonna be in the lounge for sure. Yep, there we go. So these guys don't spawn until you go speak with the guard. Let's see. Oh no, what color were his scanties? Did the goggles work? Oh. Oh shoot, yeah, we... How do you... Do I need to like talk to him with Grampus? No. Oh, that's right. We need to like do the mess with the briefcase. Hey, good night. Thanks for dropping by again. Hope you have like a pleasant evening. Like rest of evening. So we're gonna get it. Yep, there we go. So let's see, laser frequency for, I think this is for blue. 493. It's like one of them. Oh, hold on. There we go. So now we kind of like need a key card for that as well. So the idea is you need to hack all 3 terminals and then figure out the codes for them. Don't remember where you get the card from though. Blah blah blah. So yeah, that's all 3 of them hacked. Now we just need the codes and a card. Let's see. Breathe, breathe. I'm taking anger management courses. I'm supposed to tense my muscles and breathe in. Breathe. If I get that paper for you, will you give me the laser frequency? So let's see, I think we need to hack this as well. There we go. Hey, you got me a paper out of the vendor bot without even touching it. How did you do that? Through the magic of hacking. Let's see, laser frequency is 691. I don't remember which one this was for though. I think it's like this one. 691. Nope, that's not the correct one. So it's for the green. Still need the red frequency though. It's supposed like this guy, right? So green 691. Done. Yep, there we go. Yep. Hello. Hey you! Try and grab me! Come on, I dare ya! Be a sport, just try. I'm generating an impenetrable force field. It can be detected by most high-end optical thermal scanners out of the market today. I built the prototype myself. Only problem is, the fool doesn't know how to shut it off. Oh dear, I've got to visit the restroom. Okay. So I think it's Yammer time for this one. Blah, 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 blah. 507. So we still need the card though. Where did we get the card from? Oof. That's kind of annoying. Hello. It's kind of like a problem now that I have all the codes but not the item that I need to proceed. Which sucks. Boo. Oh shoot, did I take a note of that? It's like a 507. Right. Oh dear, where did we get a key card from? It's like 507. There we go. But we don't have anything to put there. Damn it. Is there like a hint on where to get that? We need something to block the low frequency lasers. Gee, you think? Hey, I think you're gonna go to bed. Yeah, I think it's about like getting close to closing off time for me as well. Have a nice evening, and thanks for dropping by. Key card, where's the key card? I seem to remember that you were supposed to find it like on a bench or something like that, but I've been looking and I'm not seeing anything. Or maybe it's one of the tables. Come on. I also seem to remember that I had trouble with this the first time I played through the game, and it just like ended up being on like a very weird, unassuming place. I just like really need to focus to see, which is why I think it might have been on one of the benches, like dropped, and you just need to, you know, pick it up. Oh boy. Nope. We don't have a card key for that lock. Okay. We actually take damage from that? We do. Nice. Thanks for that. Game. Where's the key card? Where's the key card? Like totally missing something, right? This is kind of annoying, to say the least. Like, I'm pretty sure we talked to everyone already, so it's like some... I don't know. Oh boy, this is not good. Maybe it's like an item that's on all the tables, but I'm not seeing anything. Like, you can't really like interact with any of these. Wait, what? I can't lockpick it again? Like, why? So that wasn't it. This is getting to be a bit annoying, to say the least. Oh, I don't suppose that's it, right? Like the little card here? No? No. I don't get it. Like, I've spoken to everyone, haven't I? So it's just like a question of finding something that's thin enough to block the laser frequencies. I think this might be a good time to, like, you know, check things out online. So give me just a moment here. Let's see. Wait, what? Oh, let's see. Frequency. Oh, really? Wow. Just wow. I just realized there's like one character I did not speak to while I was here. Hi. A pack of playing cards. Because, like, I spoke to this guy before we started on like disabling the lasers, so I didn't think to speak to him again. There we go. Jeez. I would have been stuck here forever if I hadn't looked it up. There we go. Just like one more. Aha. So we should be good to go. Come on. Hi. Lovely. You're just like waiting here. I don't think you can actually go faster if you start moving, so just like let the little ride play itself out. And this, by the way, was like so amazing as like background back in the day, because you didn't typically get a lot of games that had this illusion of an outdoors area at the time, so that was kind of fun. Let's talk to this guy and kill him. Happy accidents are often the mother of invention. See ya. Whoops. So yeah, this is the Rainbow Sanctuary area, which is where they send all of the scientists that are branded heretical. Heretical in this case meaning that they have too radical theories for like the mainstream science thingy. Social commentary, Yep. Now again, as I said, I don't think there's any like collectibles that you can get. True View Torque. This, however, is a I think this is like an item that increases hit rate. So maybe like no. True View Torque. Enemies HP shown during battle. A bit useless to be honest, but eh. Thing is like kind of like I think it's useful if you want to like coordinate attacks to take out enemies in as few moves as possible. Oh, no, go back. No, you can't go back. Did I like miss something? I don't think so. Look at 5 hours already, jeez. So, I think this is probably gonna be it for tonight. While I'm talking. I think this is probably gonna be it for tonight since it's almost like midnight here, so kind of like time for me to go. I'm just gonna have to take a look and see if anyone's online that we can raid. Although there's like not a lot of people around here, but still the thought that counts. Let's see. There we go. Sunder Moss. This is a quest item again that you need for later on. So yeah, this is it for tonight. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with probably more of Anachronox, although maybe I'll have a look and see if I can set up that Pokemon stream even. Who knows? Again, any recommendations, suggestions and stuff like that, please send them to me. It like helps me out with deciding on what to stream. It's because like I have like so many things that I can stream that I have a lot of trouble just, you know, deciding. We also have a Discord channel if anyone wants to like join that. It's not a like particularly active place, but it's like a small friendly place if you want to like hang out with the people from the stream and stuff. Let's see who we can raid, if there is anyone online that we can raid. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone. Like the smallest channel I'm following is Carcinogen, which is that Resident Evil 2 speedrunner, and he's got like 250 something viewers at the moment. So yeah, I'm like not in the habit of doing like 2-man raids to like much larger channels than mine. I guess we could check if anyone from Positivity is online that I'm not following. Although yeah, I'm not seeing anyone currently streaming in there. Let's see. Yeah, no. So, thanks again everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. Have a very pleasant evening, and I think this is it for me for tonight. So, take care and bye.